My name's John Evans. Presently we run the Black Boy Inn in Caernarfon. I've been in this industry, I would say, nearly 50 years now, and in various places throughout Wales, and it's been an interesting journey. I would say the Black Boy obviously goes back to 1522, and the history in Caernarfon and the Black Boy, and maybe Caernarfon is part of the Black Boy and the Black Boy is part of Caernarfon. I think the customers that arrive, or residents that arrive to stay at the inn, are looking for an individual experience, and I remember the Welsh Tourist Board using that sense of place, and I think the Black Boy particularly gives you exactly that. You'll be greeted by staff who speak Welsh, some are dressed in Welsh uniforms, and it's not a tourist gimmick. Here it works as the reality of living in the Welsh community. And I'm shocked and pleased how many people do like to try and learn a bit of Welsh when they're staying here. When we bought it, it didn't have the grading status it has today, but it was run by a very local family in Caernarfon, and it has always had an extremely good reputation. With its 4-star coaching in rating, you do know when you wake up in the morning that you are in the Black Boy. The Welshness of the Black Boy and Caernarfon obviously encourages the people, and they love it for the history and the culture. The expectations of guests now are higher than what they used to be 10 years ago. And over the last few years, obviously, by continually developing the inn and the ground floor and the front of house, we've had to keep up with what's happening in the world outside of Caernarfon. The pub market has changed dramatically over the last 20 or 30 years. I believe the decline of the traditional pub, it is a shame because the communities that they served have also suffered as well. So in the Black Boy, we have not seen a decline in our wet trade. In fact, we've seen dramatic climbs even this year. Experience with the food side of the hospitality industry. I took over a pub 30 years ago in Llanilwr that didn't even make a sandwich in the afternoon, whereas today we can do up to 700-800 meals a day. One of the main challenges, I would think, for us in Wales, in this part of Wales anyway, is that it's very seasonal, of course. We're lucky here at the Black Boy that we do have a very good local trade, but obviously the trade increases substantially in the summer months. The challenges we faced with planning permissions, especially to use the Black Boy as a listed property, we're very lucky that we've always had a good working relationship with the local council and with building regs over the number of properties we've developed in North Wales over the last 30 years, I suppose. And Caernarfon, it's always a little bit of a give and take situation, and we try and make the buildings fit what the local planning authority require. The townhouse particularly was like any other building job, there were stressful points within that, but that's something you work through, and obviously at the end it's worked out well. I think the biggest challenge is when you're starting any sort of new project really is the financial aspects. And we approached Visit Wales in the beginning, and they were always very helpful and advisory to us all through the process. Obviously we have done this before. I think the reason that anybody can be nervous in developing an older building is that it's obviously much more expensive to develop an existing building than to build a brand new block, which this one wasn't. So therefore your costs can escalate dramatically, which we found in the past. It was lovely to come to the point with Visit Wales through all their advisory and financial assistance to be able to complete this project.